Hello students. After we had completed our 7th chapter, that is respiration in plants, we are going to start our 9th chapter, that is economic importance of bacteria and fungi. We are not studying our 8th chapter, that is 5 kingdom classification, because in 2021 syllabus the chapter 8th is not coming in your examination. Okay, so today we are going to start our 9th chapter, that is economic importance of bacteria and fungi. While talking about bacteria, we have to know what is bacteria. So what bacteria is basically a unicellular organism. That means the complete body of a bacteria completes in a single cell. It is made up of single cell, and the genetic material of the bacteria lie inside the cytoplasm. Means the genetic material of the bacteria found in cytoplasm of the cell. It is not found inside the nucleus or inside the nuclear membrane. The nature of bacteria is they are cosmopolitan. What is the meaning of cosmopolitan? Cosmopolitan means they found everywhere. Means in air, in water, in ground, in soil, everywhere bacteria are found. They are one of the most smallest living organism found on earth. Bacteria are one of the most smallest living organism found on earth. Okay. Now we will talk about the shape of bacteria, means in how many shape bacteria exist in nature. First is cocci. If the shape of bacteria is in spherical form, means if the shape of bacteria is in a round structure, then the structure is known as cocci. And when you see a rod-like structure bacteria, that is known as bacilli. Spiral structure is known as spirilla, and comma-like structure is known as vibrio. Okay. After that, we will see how they occur, means whether they occur in pair, occur in chain, or occur in cluster. Means if they occur in pair, that means they are diplococcus. Okay. If they occur in chain, this is the structure of chain, means this is one bacteria, this is second, third, fourth, fifth. This is chain of bacteria. This type of bacteria is known as streptococcus. After that, if they occur in a cluster form, means group like structure, this is known as staphylococcus. So if bacteria is found in pair, that they are known as diplococcus bacteria. If they found in chain like structure, they are known as streptococcus bacteria, and if they are formed in cluster form, they are known as staphylococcus bacteria. Okay. After talking about the shape of bacteria, now we will talk about the structure of bacteria. As we know, the bacteria are prokaryotic in nature. Bacteria are prokaryotic in nature. That means no true nucleus is found in bacteria. That's why the genetic material of the bacteria lie in the cytoplasm of the cell. The outermost layer of the bacteria is capsule, which protect the bacterial cell in extreme condition. Capsule cell wall is found, and before cell wall you can see cell membrane. This is the cytoplasm of the bacterial cell. From the cytoplasmic region you can see flagellum is occurring inside the cell of the bacteria. These flagellum are the locomotory organ of the bacterial cell. That means the flagellum help the bacterial cell to move from one place to another place. With the help of flagellum, the bacteria are able to move. We will talk about the nutrition found in bacteria. The mode of nutrition found in bacteria. Here you can see bacteria are heterotrophic in their nature. Heterotrophic means they depend on other for their nutrition. They are saprophytic and they are parasitic. Saprophytic means they depend on dead decaying plants or animal for their nutrition. And parasitic means they depend upon living plants or animal for their nutrition. That means both are the same mode of nutrition, but in the case of saprophytic, the host organism are the organism on which the organism feed, and they are dead. But in the case of parasitic, the organism on which bacteria is feeding are living. So the major difference between saprophytic and parasitic, both are the same kind of mode of nutrition, but in the case of saprophytic, the organism on which the bacteria is feeding is dead, and in the case of parasitic, on which the bacteria is feeding is living. Okay, from each other, and now the cells also get duplicated. After nutrition, we will talk about the respiration process found in bacteria, means how bacteria respire. Bacteria may respire aerobically and anaerobically. That means they respire by absorbing atmospheric oxygen, and in the absence of oxygen, they can also respire anaerobically. So the bacteria which perform their respiration in the presence of oxygen is known as aerobic bacteria, and if they respire in the absence of oxygen, they are known as anaerobic bacteria. After the process of respiration, you can see the process of reproduction. The mode of reproduction found in bacteria is asexual. That means no sexual reproduction takes place in the case of bacteria. Only by the means of asexual reproduction, the bacteria reproduce or increase their number. Here we can see how bacteria divide themselves. This is the bacterial cell. This is the genetic material of the bacteria, that is DNA. The DNA start duplicating itself, means they are going to double their number. That means the DNA get duplicates. Okay, after they get duplicates or they just double their number, both copy of DNA get separated from each other. After that, the cell also gets divided. Now here you can see two cells of bacteria are found. From here to here, you can see no gametes or no sexes are found in the case of reproduction in bacteria. That's why the reproduction in bacteria is known as asexual kind of reproduction, and the process of reproduction is known as fission, because in the case of fission, the cell divides into two cells. Okay, how the cell is dividing? Firstly, the genetic material, that is DNA, divide itself. Firstly, they duplicate itself, means increase their number. And how? They just twice their number, means they just duplicate their number. And here you can see this genetic material gets duplicated. Now both the copies get